Hi, Crestwood Eagles. This is Dr. Nance, your principal. We're so excited to come to you today. Today is our virtual Soar assembly. You're probably wondering, Dr. Nance, what does Soar stands for? All Eagles soar. Safety, organization, achievement, and responsibility. And so today's conversation is going to be around those 4 areas. Our team members are going to come to you today with some important information that we know will ensure your success here at Crestwood Middle School. So pay close attention. Are you ready? Let's go.
Good morning, Eagles. This is Mr. Pasquarello. Welcome 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students to our SOAR Assembly, Guidelines for Success. When we soar, we know attitude determines our altitude. So when practicing safe guidelines, we will soar. We're going to start this morning with dress code and distance learning and in-person learning in reference to our dress code. Shirts must have sleeves, no skin showing around the waist, no offensive language or suggestive themes. Closed-toe shoes and closed heel must be worn. Pants or jeans, but no slashes or torn pants are allowed as they must be worn above the waist. The only color polo shirts are white, yellow, green, blue, and purple. Paint colors must be khaki, blue, and navy. You may wear a hoodie, but the hoodie cannot be on your head. This is for our distance learners and in person. That means we must be in dress code 1 in distance learning. Mask. A mask must be worn at all times, except for when seated in the cafeteria eating breakfast or lunch. When not eating, your mask must be on. Wear your mask correctly. Wash your hands before putting on your mask. Put it over your nose and mouth and secure it under your chin. Try to fit it tightly up against the sides of your face and make sure you can breathe easily. Wear mask securely over mouth and nose. Gaiters are not allowed, unless of course you're talking about the Florida Gators. You may wear a shield. Mask must be comprised of 3 plies. In Eagles, that is your generic white and blue mask typically that can be found in most all stores that sell masks. Hallway procedures. Eagles, when taking flight, keep right. As we walk down the halls, if you're walking down a hall and you're on the right-hand side, you are right. You're in the right-hand lane, and we are going to be able to keep socially distanced. As we're walking down the hall, make sure we're keeping 6 feet. When IDs are put into play, meaning that in a time soon, we will have a time in which all IDs must be displayed. A student ID properly displayed when they are supplied to you. An agenda signed by a staff member who has given you permission, meaning you will have an ID, you will have an agenda, and you must have both of them to be in the hallway. Include time of departure and destination in your agenda, and the student must carry and display the signed agenda as they move through the campus to their assigned destination. Staying in area, distance learning and in-person learning. What does that mean? You are in area when you are in your assigned classroom at assigned times. This is including logged into your Google Meet, and that's in distance learning and in person. You are in area when you walk from one assigned class to the next. Well, this also includes being logged into your Google Meet. If you are in virtual land, you are going from one class to the next, and it's being documented by you being on time in your Google Meet, as well as in-person learning. You are in area when you are in the cafe during your assigned lunchtime. And you're also in area, Eagles, when you return from lunch and go to your next class, or in some cases, particularly in 8th grade, there is a split lunch where you go to class, you go to lunch, and then you go back to class. So virtual learners and learners here in brick and mortar must come back to our class after lunch. Tardies. Simple, Eagles. Arrive on time to class. Log in to your Google Meet is a very specific way to show that you are on time. Make sure you log in to your Google Meet as scheduled. 4 strikes and you're considered habitual and will receive a referral. Well, what is a referral? A referral documents a behavior. And in this case, the behavior is tardy. Please make sure we're on time, Eagles. It's always been important, but it's important now, particularly since we're on a Google platform. By logging in, staying logged in, staying a participant is very important to your learning, which is our number one goal. Eagles, that's all I have for you. We'll have other Eagles throughout this presentation presenting their piece of our Soar Assembly, Guidelines for Success.
Only students who are participating in a Crestwood sanctioned activity may enter campus while participating with CDC social distancing guideline prior to 9 a.m. That's if you're in the Talents program, and also this program will be mandatory for students that arrive at 9 or before.
Welcome back, Eagles. Good afternoon. I'm Officer Brown, your school resource officer. I have an open door policy. My goal is to make sure everyone that comes to Crestwood Middle feels safe. I have an open door policy. Welcome back, Eagles.
Only students who are participating in a Crestwood sanctioned activity may enter campus while participating with CDC social distancing guideline prior to 9 a.m. That's if you're in the Talents program, and also this program will be mandatory for students that arrive at 9 or before. All students may report to the cafeteria upon entering the building to receive a free breakfast. You've heard it right, a free breakfast, but also you should be practicing CDC social distancing guideline. 6th graders, you will report to the cafeteria. 7th and 8th graders that are not eating breakfast will report to the gymnasium. Students will be directed to sit on a seat with a white circle, a freestanding chair, or student desk located on the stage, spaced 6 feet apart. Students will wear a mask at all times except when eating. Students will be dismissed from the cafeteria by an administrator on duty. When entering the gym, students will be directed to sit in the next highest bleacher bench seat. Students will be directed to sit on a seat with a white circle or freestanding chair. And always, students will be dismissed from the gym by an administrator on duty. Next, talk about district transportation. And I'm going to start by saying, riding the bus is a privilege, not a right. You must register online through the Make Your Choice app prior to receiving transportation services. It's not a taxi, it's not a right, it's a privilege. Transportation is provided to the bus stop closest to your home address only. That means you can't live somewhere else and try to ride the bus somewhere else. You must follow all the rules at all times. And number 1, the bus driver is in charge of the bus. There should be no food on the bus, no large items on the bus like poster boards, instruments, balloons, no skateboards, no scooters. The aisle should be free of all obstacles, including yourself and your legs. No standing while the bus is moving. If, for any reasons, you cannot abide by the rules stated here, you may be asked, or your privilege may be taken away from riding the bus. PM departure. Students will follow directions and establish routines of Crestwood dismissal process, which may include a staggered dismissal of students. Students whose parents receive them in the parent pickup line will report to the cafeteria. Once all car riders have entered the cafeteria, support staff team members will communicate with car pickup staff via walkie-talkie to provide student names for pickup. Students riding a bus will report to either the East or the West bus loop. Most of our kids will go to the West bus loop. Student walkers and bike riders will exit the campus at the East and West pedestrian gates. No student are to enter or exit through the main entrance, as it is for vehicles only. Let me repeat that. No students at any time should enter or exit through the main entrance, as it's for cars only. Let me say it one more time. Do not use the main gate. It's only for cars. Talents Aftercare. Staff will be assigned to meet students in a designated location.
Hi, good morning, Eagles. This is Mrs. Kelliser, your 6th grade assistant principal. I'm going to talk to you about a few things on campus, such as skateboards, scooters, and bikes, making sure that our wheeled transportation devices are not to be ridden on the school grounds. These items will be confiscated for your parent to pick them up. Check your skateboard or scooter in your 6th period class prior to 1st period. Electronic devices, that goes for cell phones. They should be seen or heard, not seen or heard, between 9 a.m. and 4:05. Cell phones, they will be confiscated and they will be sent to the front office for a parent to pick up. Any student who refuses to comply with a request by a staff member to hand over the disruptive device will be deemed insubordinate and further consequences will be administered. Overall discipline. Make sure we are making good choices, Eagles. So when you are off campus, you do represent Crestwood, yourself and your school. In the afternoon, you need to make sure that you get on your bus, you walk or get in your car, and you stay off campus. There is no returning back to campus once you have left. If you get into an altercation, fighting, bystanders and videographers will be included as a participant and will be suspended. So not only if you are participating in fighting, but if you are watching and videotaping, there are consequences for you. Bullying will not be tolerated at all. And you can't say, not me, I wasn't there, I didn't do it. We have 37 cameras all over this campus, and they let us know what is happening in our hallways and on our school grounds, even if you don't think we are there. And last but not least, I want to talk to you about safety drills. Safety is no accident. It is very important for us to follow directions silently. Great practice makes perfect, and students will have consequences for endangering the health and safety of others. Thank you, Eagles.
Hello, I'm Mrs. Devi, the 7th grade school guidance counselor. Let's talk about bullying. What is bullying? Bullying is defined as unwanted, aggressive behavior among school-aged children that involves a real or perceived power imbalance. The behavior is repeated or has the potential to be repeated over time. What types of bullying are there? You have verbal bullying, which could include teasing, threatening, public or private humiliation. Of course, now we have to worry about cyberbullying, which is the use of technology or any electronic communication. Social bullying is exclusion or intimidation. Physical bullying is stalking, theft, sexual, religious, racial, or destruction of property. When we talk about cyberbullying, You really want to think before you post anything. You can think of the THINK. Is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspirational? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Pause before you post something. Don't be a cyberbully yourself. Treat others how you would want to be treated. Don't continue a conversation that entails bullying.
Hi, I'm Mrs. Patino, the 6th grade school counselor. What do you do if you witness bullying? Be an upstander. Tell the bully to stop and help the victim walk away. Encourage the victim that other kids do care. Befriend the victim. Get an adult or teacher involved. When peers intervene, bullying stops within 10 seconds, 57% of the time. How about posting pictures? Cell phone content, pictures, videos, text messages, email, inappropriate content contained on an electronic device may lead to consequences, including suspension. Remember, even after you delete it, someone could have taken a picture of it. So keep the photos rated G. Think about this. Before posting or sending that image of yourself, consider if it's something you would want your parents, grandparents, and the rest of the world to see. And remember, bullies can use this picture as ammunition to make life miserable for you. So where do you report bullying? There's a drop box in the media center when you come back. And there's also a hotline. So stomp it out. Thank you.
Eagles, did you learn a lot today in our virtual Soar assembly? I know I did. I hope that you paid close attention to all of the information, because that is going to ensure your flight. It is time to soar, Eagles. Now remember, before you land, if you need help, all you got to do is reach out to your academic team, your school counselors, your teachers, your administrators. We are here for you. At Crestwood, we believe that not only attitude determines altitude, but Eagle teamwork makes the dream work. See you soon.